Today, Mayor Craig Greenberg revealed a 5-year plan toward universal pre-K in Louisville. Currently, of the 9,600 4-year-olds in our city, he said about 6,800 are not attending free early childhood programs. This new plan was developed by 23 early childhood experts and community members who met over a 6-month period last year. And together, they created a new nonprofit called Thrive by 5 Louisville, which will operate separately from Metro government and run the universal pre-K program. Mayor Greenberg said in order to deliver on his promise he made during his mayoral campaign, the city will invest in preschools and child care centers, including private and nonprofits.
Universal pre-K will help more parents and caregivers get back into the workforce. There are too many parents who haven't been able to afford child care and have had to make the tough choice to stay home. So this initiative will give our economy a boost.
To start, Thrive by 5 Louisville will begin hiring staff and then recruiting child care facilities to take part in the pilot program. In the next few years, we'll see financial aid coming to those providers, followed by the expansion of eligibility to more Louisville families and an overall progress report for the program. Repairs to the Sherman-Minton Bridge are underway today, but it's still not clear just how long it'll take or when it'll open to traffic. Some good news, though. A program manager for the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet said the team is focused on getting that bridge reopened in a matter of days, not weeks. The Sherman-Minton renewal team shared the graphic right there online showing the issue was discovered about midway through that first span coming from Kentucky. Those are the bridge archways. Officials said the problem is contained to 2 beams, but since there's no structural damage to the bridge, repairs can begin today. Officials told us they found an alignment issue with 2 lateral floor beams that help support the upper deck of that bridge, and that deck takes you from Kentucky to Indiana. Dr. William McGinley from U of L's Speed School said it's important for drivers to be patient and give these crews time to fix the problem.
We got to give them time to formulate a plan, come back. If they have to fabricate new systems, that's going to, if it's, let's say, 2 or 3 beams they have to fabricate. They have to order the beams, they have to get them fabricated, and they have to get them in there, and that's going to take time.
Transportation officials are working on an updated timeline for reopening that bridge. Until then, your best alternative is the I-65 bridge, though it is tolled. As you know, you can take the Clark Memorial, but southbound traffic is still down to 1 lane after that semi crash over a week ago. So do expect delays wherever you go.
We want to continue to promote public safety on our highways and our byways. We just simply want our citizens to be able to get from point A to point B, for them to be able to get home to their families and be able to do what they want to do and be able to enjoy this life the way we should.
Ensuring those who make dangerous driving decisions are held accountable for their actions. Today, Louisville's chief prosecutor announced the city's newest initiative to combat deadly car crashes and rollovers within Jefferson County. The Commonwealth Attorney's Office announced it's collaborating with LMPD to retool the FAST team, also known as the Fatal Accident Support Team. It'll be a specifically trained group of prosecutors who specialize in deadly crashes, vehicle assaults, and DUIs. Over the past year in Louisville, there were 139 charges related to crashes involving death or serious injury, and 29 of those included DUI. That is 1/4 of the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office cases. The goal of this group is to promote public safety and get traffic fatality rates down by 5%. Officials discuss why they chose to collaborate with the Attorney's Office and LMPD.
I wanted to ensure that our people knew and were able to perform at their best to give some type of relief to that victim or that victim's family, and that we were coming to the Commonwealth Attorney's Office prepared. If they had a question, explain this to me, we could answer it. On the flip side of that, I wanted them to be available to help teach prosecutors hey, explain how this works.
LMPD's traffic unit also told us that through a given grant earlier this year, they were able to implement radars into patrol cars in 8 different units to help them catch people speeding at a fast rate. We are learning more details about the man accused of killing a 15-year-old girl in the Algonquin neighborhood in January. Police said surveillance video led them to 20-year-old Adrian King, now charged in the death of Devoya Purnell. LMPD said the video shows King arriving at the Parkway Place apartment complex on January 29th, and he's seen walking toward Purnell's home with a gun in his hand, later showing the two of them walking together. Soon after, officers responded to a reported shooting and found Purnell shot in the back of the head. Police said the two were involved in a sexual relationship and that King had posted on social media earlier he was going to kill her. He is also charged with sexual misconduct and distributing child pornography. His bond is set at $1 million. He'll be back in court on March 20th. LMPD is looking for two people in interest in connection to the deadly shooting at Cafe 360 in the Highlands. Take a good look at the surveillance photos there. The shooting happened March 3rd over at Cafe 360 on Bardstown Road. Police responded to the bar after receiving calls of a man down. 21-year-old Theodore Brown was found dead at the scene. 4 days after that shooting, Cafe 360 voluntarily gave up its late-night liquor license for the next 6 months. Aaron Given, the president of the Highland Commerce Guild, hopes the move encourages other establishments in the area to be proactive before something else happens.
People will ignore signage, they won't drive the speed limit, they won't stop at a stop sign, so why would they not bring a gun with them if they're used to packing a gun?
Police said these two are people of interest again and have not been identified as suspects. They are looking for any information about that incident. You can call the anonymous tip line, that's 574-LMPD, or use the online portal. Meanwhile, in Bardstown, new developments in the Crystal Rogers case. Joseph Lawson has added his name to a petition to move the trial out of Nelson County. His attorney said he can't get a fair trial there and would rather it be moved to Boyd or Davis counties. Brooks Houck, the main suspect in that case, has made the same request. Houck, Steve Lawson, and his son Joseph have all been charged in connection to Crystal Rogers' death. All three expected back in court on March 21st. Brooks Houck will stay in jail, by the way, on that $10 million bond until his trial. The Kentucky Supreme Court denied his attorney's request to review the case. It was his last chance at a different ruling. Houck was arrested last September and charged with complicity to murder in the death of his girlfriend, Crystal Rogers. His bond was set at $10 million, and a judge denied a request to lower it. He cited Houck's vast financial resources, his family history of interfering with the investigation, and the severity of the murder charge. He's expected in court again in about a week, along with the other two charged in the case. The trial in the Delphi murders case has been moved up. The judge reviewed Richard Allen's request for an early trial and accepted it. It is now set for May with jury selection on May 13th. Allen is accused of killing 13-year-old Abigail Williams and 14-year-old Liberty German in February of 2017. His trial was previously scheduled to begin October 15th, but Indiana court rules require that a trial for a defendant held in jail on a pending charge start no later than 70 calendar days from the date the motion for an early trial was requested.